I love to find games that look really stupid and horrible and then just play them on stream and be like, well, I don't know what this is, but we're going to find out together. And sometimes they're absolutely horrible and you can't even play them. But occasionally you will find just a gold nugget of like, this is the worst game I've ever seen, but it's hilarious.
Gamertagged.
Hey, thanks for joining us for this episode of Gamertagged. A very nice gal. Appreciate you coming on tonight.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here, talk with you guys.
For sure. Also on the show tonight is Martha Maple, of course.
Hello, hello.
So, a very nice gal. Why don't we start with you as you as a person? So, not with the tag, but with you. What kind of kid were you growing up?
I was painfully shy and awkward. That was probably my defining of my youth. Shy people unite. I grew up, in Texas, just a quiet kid, an observer for most of my life. And
Dude, you have such a big personality online. So I think that's awesome. You get to live all of these different styles. And I know we're going to talk about that in a little bit, but
yeah,
that's super cool.
it's being online and creating content has given me a outlet for what I think I've been my whole life, but never been outwardly that way. It's been fun and just like being in front of a microphone, and maybe if I was just talked a little louder and had a mic, maybe people would have thought I was funny a long time ago. I don't know.
Yeah.
But no, content creations. It's a very fun creative outlet for me.
Okay, so you describe yourself as being an observer and being like painfully shy and stuff. When you were growing up, what kind of people did you hang out? Where could you be found?
I was an art kid, so I found like the fine arts in high school, and that was my thing. I was the shy art person, and I loved painting and being creative and visually creative in that way. That was my crowd. And
What kind
then
of stuff did you paint?
I did acrylics. Both of my grandmothers were oil painters, so I've done
Oh,
one oil
wow.
painting.
Oh, that's cool.
Oil painting's a lot of work, so I didn't dabble into that too much, but I did have artists on both sides of my family. Really got into watercolors. I did some stuff with cardboard and doing reliefs with cardboard. I don't paint or draw much anymore, but I do make my own graphics and stuff. So I did some graphic design work professionally in my career, so that was another sort of visual creative outlet for me. But yeah.
That's freaking cool, man. So when you're doing digital artwork, digital design, is that kind of where you get into the digital space, or is there another entry point for you? Where you're hey, I'm into I'm into certain music, or I'm into certain art, because you're describing a time where you're super creative. What kind of got you into digital stuff?
Like digital artwork, or becoming a streamer content creator?
Sorry, maybe there was a time in this time period where you're playing games or you're listening to certain music. How did that?
Your introduction to the internet.
Yeah.
I've been on the internet since giving away how old.
Since Y2K.
Since a while. I played RuneScape with my brother. That was a big game for me.
Yeah, nice.
Habba Hotel. What other? We played Age of Empires. Being introduced to gaming was a lot through my brother, and growing up watching him and being horrible at the games, but him making me play with him. And I didn't really touch video games for a while, after I was 10 or 12. Didn't really play them. I wasn't a huge gamer. And then I think when the Switch came out and Breath of the Wild, I played that with my best friend, and I was like, holy shit, this is really fun. And that kind of got me into gaming. And then streaming came randomly. My ex-boyfriend actually wanted to stream, and I was looking into everything on his behalf. And then I kept thinking I want to do this. And I didn't start doing it for another year after that, but fell into it in a way. But yeah.
So besides like gaming and stuff in those early years, were there other digital spaces that you found comfort in? I know back in my early days, I was very into YouTube. I don't know, have you ever heard of Lonely Girl 15? I'm really dating
Maybe,
myself with that one.
maybe. I've never been a huge YouTube. That's not true. I did watch some YouTubers. I've always been into like memes and stuff like that. I think my first sort of like home online was Imager,
Okay.
and I'd post there sometimes, but mostly just like ingesting crazy amounts of memes. And I became friends with this girl at work who's a lot younger than me, and I was like, you don't know the whole world. You gotta know 10 years of meme history to understand this joke. But that was definitely a big online space for me for a long time.
Dude, Imager is like where everything originated back in the day, where
It was the
all
shit.
of the memes were born out of Imager.
Yeah.
Exactly. Or I guess Reddit too, but
Yeah.
I just give me the pictures. I don't want to read. Just I want to look
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
the pictures. So that was a big one for sure. Yeah.
You're also a DJ. So like looking
Mhm.
back, when did music come into your life? And was there a certain soundtrack in this early part of your life or a certain album or song that like you would think describes you best in this time period?
In that my Imager days, I was definitely more into like indie rock and folk music, and that was my high school music experience. The DJing thing came really only 3 or 4 years ago when I was my like I said, my ex-boyfriend was trying to stream, and I was ended up watching a bigger name DJ stream and became friends with his community. And he stopped streaming, and then I just randomly found this other DJ. His name's Kobe Lack, and it was just so cool to watch someone like mix music together. And his community was so much fun. I made so many friends through his community, and he was like, "You have good taste in music. You should try to do this." And he actually sent me a little controller that I still have.
That's
And
cool.
I was like, I really like this. I think I'm gonna get a big girl controller, and now I'm doing it. So it was a big full circle moment my for streaming, because that's how I started watching streamers was DJs.
That's dope. I was just gonna ask, so music never showed up like in your early years then. You were an artist and you were creative, but music and being performative with music was like not part of your
Not at all, and not even on my
yeah.
radar at all. I took piano lessons when I was like 9 or 10, and I couldn't read the music, and I just memorized the song or whatever. And I think I was okay at it, but I wasn't like in love with it by any means. And I played a few other instruments, but like really wanting to be creative with music didn't come till a few years ago.
Yeah,
But
that's
I've always loved music. I was listening to it, manipulating it, playing with it.
yeah. Creating is different than like consuming, right?
For sure.
So let's talk about your name, A Very Nice Gal. Where did that
That's
come
me.
from? Was it the first one that you landed on? Did you go through some iterations before you found that one and it stuck?
My first username was Texas Girl 39. So that didn't stick, and that felt silly. And then my online name, I wasn't really creating content, but like my username was all day aircat, like all day every day, but all day every cat because I love cats.
Oh,
And it made sense to me, but I don't think it read well. And then I was like trying to think of a name when I was gonna start streaming, and I was like, my name is Avery. How can I like add to that and make myself a very something? And it's like a very cool gal, a lot of them were. I think I had to find one that wasn't taken, and then I landed on a very nice gal, and it just stuck. And now that's me everywhere. That and a very nice DJ, but a very nice something.
Yeah. I thought it was so cool how you played on your name.
Yeah.
I love that. It's like you baked it in and now it's like a sentence, right? It's a description. So when people come in,
Yeah.
that's what you want them to take away. It's like you're a very nice gal.
And it makes branding super easy. I mean, my Discord server is a very nice server. My channel
oh,
points are
that
very
is
nice points.
cute.
Everything's just a very nice something. So in that respect, it's nice. It's also
That's
fun
cool.
when I like raid somebody or someone's like, "A very nice girl. What do I call you?" And I'm like, "My name's Avery." And they're like, "That's part of your name." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah."
So how long have you been a very nice gal?
I think I've been streaming for 3 years, and I started thinking about streaming like a year before that. So I think around 4 years.
So if we go back to Texas Girl 39, like where did that come out of a name generator, or was that like something you picked out of your head?
That was my RuneScape username. I don't know if I used anyone
Oh,
else. I think it was just my RuneScape username.
I
But I was
gotcha.
living in California at the time, and I'm a Texas girl, and I miss
Right.
Texas. And I don't know where the 39 came from, but yeah, I wanted everyone to know that I'm a girl from Texas.
Yeah. No, yeah. I always think like the names we choose are like representations of this emotion we have or this feeling we have, or yeah. So
Mhm.
like when you talk about missing home, like you just wanted people to know where you were from. That's super cool.
I thank RuneScape for teaching me how to type. I did take typing classes in school, but if you're going to trade people on RuneScape, you got to type out really fast. And so thank you, RuneScape, for teaching me that.
Okay, Texas Girl 36. Was that it?
39.
39.
39. Okay, sorry. Did you shed that when you came back to Texas? Or you're like,
I
okay, I
think
don't miss it
so.
anymore, so I'm good.
I think I may have had it in a few other things after RuneScape days, and then All Day Aircat was like when social media was kind of becoming a thing, and I needed a name, and I became that. I think I don't remember using it.
Yeah.
Dude,
Yeah,
how
a long
did
time
All
ago.
Day Aircat come to be? Like I know you described
I
like
don't know.
you just like the thing you thought about and you're like, this sounds cool.
There's I think a song that's like all people say all day every day. You know what I mean? Or
Yeah,
like
Aircat
Mhm.
was
listen,
a
maybe
big
not.
thing.
And I just like cats, and I don't know
Yeah.
why I spelled it like that. And I feel like people would spell it wrong because I used 2 R's, and it was just like, why did I name myself? It's not hard to
It
remember.
made it super complicated to interact with people on the internet.
Yeah, I like the cleanness of Averynicegal much better.
Oh yeah, it's dope. It's super
Thank you.
dope. Okay, so we're gonna switch gears a little bit and talk about like your evolution, right? How did you turn a very nice gal into an identity, right? Because you wear many hats, and what
Mhm.
we're gonna do because you wear so many different hats is we're gonna talk through them like one at a time. And so
Okay.
maybe what we'll do is we'll start with gaming.
Okay.
So when did gaming on Twitch start? And what made you want to start sharing that side of yourself?
That that was the first thing I did ever, was just, I'm just gonna stream and I'm gonna play silly games and
Yeah.
just see what happens. I had some encouragement from the friends that I had made from Kobe Lex's community, and had been gearing up to do it. And one random Saturday, I was like, I'm just gonna do it. I'm gonna get out there and just play. I think the first game I played was What the Golf on my
What the
Switch.
golf?
Yeah, which is a very silly game where you are golfing, but then it gets silly because then you start golfing with the ball and hitting the
Yeah.
club or whatever, and it descends into chaos. But I started with gaming just because I thought, I mean, I played games with my good friend, and I was like, I think we're like funny doing this. I think it would be fun to try to do it in front of people. And so I just started doing that 3 years ago, and was pretty much just a gaming channel for the first year or so. I don't know, it gets blurry. I can't believe it's been 3 years. But played a lot of horror games. I don't know how I got into horror games because I used to be terrified of horror movies growing up, but fell in love with them with my friend and would play them before I started streaming. And that was my bread and butter, and it still is. But I've been branching out more recently. But yeah, love me a good jump scare.
I was
That's
gonna
cool.
say, looking at your VOD history on Twitch, you are like the truest of variety streamers, it seems. And you're
Yeah.
playing all kinds of stuff. Was that always the plan, or did you want to focus on just one game or one genre and then it just became something else?
Hey, Scardo46 here, taking a quick break for some real talk. We spend a lot of time on this show talking about identity, how it shifts, how we build it, and how sometimes it's the thing that holds us together. I've been there, completely burned out, showing up like everything was fine while I was quietly falling apart. I didn't know how to ask for help. I didn't even know if I was allowed to. But games were there, not just to distract me, but to give me the space to breathe, to just be. That's why mental health matters so much to me, and it's why we're proud to spotlight Take This. They're a nonprofit doing real work to make the gaming world safer, more human, and more sustainable for players, for creators, and for everyone in between. They're behind the AFK rooms at conventions, they publish resources on burnout, community health, studio culture, and they actually get it. One of the coolest things they're doing right now is the Accelerate program. It's a 6-month mentorship experience for early career creatives in games and mental health. You get paired up with industry pros, dive into workshops, and connect with the whole community of folks trying to build something better. Season 2 is about to kick off, and it's such a smart, supportive way to level up, not just professionally, but personally too. So if you're listening to this and you've been trying to figure out where you fit in the industry or how to keep going, start here. Visit takethis.org or head straight to takethis.org/donate to support the work they're doing. We're so grateful to Take This for being part of this with us. And now, back to this episode of Gamertagged.
I think I went into it knowing that I'm ADHD and there's no way I'm gonna be like one game streamer. Also, I'm like not great at video games, so to pick one, I don't know. I knew that I would get bored with playing one game, so I always knew it was gonna be a variety streamer situation, and I would just find games that looked fun and try them out.
What's one of those games for you?
I remember one called, I think it was Mimetic Love. It was like a visual novel. And you were like trying to find your love or make them fall in love with you. And it was just the worst graphics and the dialogue was just horrible, but it was just laugh out loud horrible. I know there's some other ones. I can't think of them off the top of my head.
I saw you playing one that was like you were a nightclub owner.
Oh, yes. I've been very into simulator games recently. And the nightclub simulator was fun. I don't understand why the whole first club you're at, everyone's a construction worker. Who decided that? I don't know. But I love like stupid details like that where it's like, why did they make this? But I love it.
So if you had to pick, maybe not that you're streaming one game all the time, but what game do you enjoy streaming the most? Maybe it could just be a genre of games, but what are you like, man, this is it could just be right now, like you said, like some things are just a vibe that you're chasing today.
I think my favorite style of game, whether it's horror or not, is like a story-based, choice-driven game. I don't really like shooting because I'm really bad at that. I don't really like running and hiding. I love a good story and like commentating on the story and playing through it and poking fun at it. Like Detroit Become Human or Heavy Rain. Heavy Rain was a huge favorite of mine. Fahrenheit Indigo Prophecy was one of my favorite games to stream of all time. That game is just the dated graphics and just it was so good.
Played that one yet, but it's on my list of things to play. I haven't
Oh,
installed.
you gotta play it. If you don't like quick time events, you might not like it because you gotta do like time buttons and stuff. But it's really fun. I think you'll enjoy it.
So Heavy Rain was like super quick time, and it was also like really reactive to, if I remember right, it was really reactive to the DualShock. Like you had to move it a certain direction or whatever. When I played it on PlayStation 4 or whatever.
I played it on PC, so I didn't have that part, but I'm sure I don't remember exactly how the gameplay was.
Yeah, all the
but
QTEs all the QTEs required you to like, if you're going to turn the wheel, move the DualShock to the left like as fast as possible. Like it was pretty wild, but it was a really cool game and like really like oppressive.
Yeah,
it gave you that vibe about being suffocated almost.
It was a great story, and I didn't know anything about it. I know it's got an iconic Jason, whole thing with the balloon, and everyone was saying that when I was at that part of the game. I was like, "What are you guys talking about? I don't understand what's going on." But yeah, great story. I think I usually when I play any game, I get the worst ending, but it's about the journey. It's not about the ending.
Yeah, dude.
Because those quick time events can be tricky.
I'm gonna go off on a little bit of a tangent really quick. You said that you really enjoy playing horror, and I'm just curious because it seems like a lot of like your clips and stuff are you being silly, goofy you. So when it comes to horror, what appeals about that genre? Are you trying to like genuinely be spooked, or are you trying to find the humor in it?
I'm definitely trying to find the humor in it. I think they're all silly. None of them, I'm so desensitized at this point. I've played so many of them, but I just think they're silly. And some people, I don't know, oh, the monster's around the corner. I'm scared. I'm like, I want to go give him a hug. Let's go see what he's doing in there. You know what I mean? maybe he's just emotionally vulnerable and he just needs to let it out. I don't know. But I definitely find the humor in it. I don't know if I'm not looking for a genuine being scared experience. I just like being goofy.
Have you played any that you did end up being genuinely scared and you were like, oh shit, what have I done?
The only horror games that I'm still like aware that it's a game, like it's not that scary, but it's horror VR. That's a different level. I played one, I forget the name of it now, but it was like 6 mini stories, and it was done really well and it was really realistic, and like that will get me a little bit, but it's still like silly fun.
Do you like horror movies?
I don't
No?
care about horror. No, I was scared of them growing up. I remember my best friend at the time was like really wanted to watch, what were those movies? Oh, Paranormal Activity, one of those. And she
Oh, yeah.
begged and begged her dad to watch this movie. And I was like, okay, fine, I'll watch it with you. And he bought it. And she fell asleep in the first 5 freaking minutes. And me and her dad are like, I don't want to drive.
Oh no.
So I didn't really enjoy them growing up. I don't seek them out now. If there was a really good one out, maybe I'd want to see it. But I'm not like a horror movie fanatic by any means.
I'm going to tell you the dumbest thing about me
yeah.
that you'll find funny. I think back when I was a kid that I think Jurassic Park was a horror movie because I have a huge imagination. I would imagine that like the raptors are in the grass because where I grew up is very tall grass. And so see their little tails slithering. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I'm going to get murdered by a raptor. That's how I processed watching Jurassic Park.
The Green Goblin was scary in Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I was like, what? I don't like this. Why is he so mean?
Yeah.
I still to this day remember the nightmare that I had after watching Jurassic Park for the first time.
Oh, we've never talked about this. So, please tell me.
What was your nightmare? I need to know too. Yeah.
Okay, it was basically just there were dinosaurs that were like taller than the tallest buildings. I was a kid. I was like, I couldn't have been even 8 years old. But the dinosaurs, they were huge. They were taller than all the buildings. And we were like trying to leave. And my family was trying to get me out the door so that we could all run down the street and run away from the dinosaur. And everybody was leaving me behind. And I couldn't keep up. And it was because I didn't have any socks on.
Oh, you gotta remember your socks. That's
I know.
Rule number 1 with dinosaurs.
I know. I never leave without them now.
Did you like in your nightmare? Did you see the water glass shaking like it does in the movie? Like where you see like the drops of a little ripple on the glass of water.
There's steam on a window.
Yeah.
There's a nostril near it. Dreams like that when you're younger are scary. I had some really stupid ones recurring when I was like young, and they were like so scary, and now it's what the hell? Like I had a scary one about a giant cat on a train in my house, and it was a recurring dream. I'm like, he's gonna get me. What? And now it's like it was a cartoon cat. What was he gonna do?
Oh,
they're scary when you're little.
It's scary. Yeah. Isn't it funny how like those things just stick with you too? Like I can see it. Like I just had the dream just now. It's crazy.
I always had the dream of falling on a stool. Did y'all ever have that dream?
Falling on a stool?
Falling on a stool?
Like you're sitting on a stool and the stool falls backwards?
I don't think I've had that.
Okay. I looked it up and like apparently it's like
it's a thing?
It's a thing, yeah. That like people have.
I've never had that either.
Oh, okay. I've had that dream a bajillion times in my life, probably.
What does it mean? Did you look up what it means?
I don't know. We should look it up right now.
You have terrible balance?
Yeah. Look it up.
Hold on, I'm looking it up.
We gotta know. I've definitely had the one where you can't run fast enough, like you're running in
sand. My god, yes.
That one sucks.
Those are the worst. I also have the ones where you're just like chewing on your teeth.
I've never had the teeth dream, but I do have a recurring dream where I'm in high school, but I'm the age I am now, and they're like, you forgot to take English your senior year or something, and you have to go back and do it. But I'm like older, and I'm like, I don't want to be here. This is embarrassing. No, I don't know what that means, but that one happens to me.
That's funny. I have ones every once in a while, not very often, but it's where I have to go back to school and I forgot the combination to my locker.
I only had a locker in 8th grade. And I never had a dream about it, but that does sound stressful.
I just use the same password on every locker.
Oh, I thought you were going to say password on anything ever. And I was like,
Yeah, I was
Well,
like,
what is
that's
that?
if you
good.
ask my daughter knows all my 1 to 2 passwords that I own. So
Okay. I'll
she
do a
owns
phishing
everything.
attack on her later.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Do you want me to tell you about the dream analysis of falling backwards in a
Yes.
stool or a chair?
Yes, we
absolutely.
need.
The general symbolism of the dream is a loss of control. The act
Mhm.
of falling is a classic dream symbol for feeling a lack of control. Instability and anxiety. The feeling of losing your balance on a chair or stool points to a significant feeling of instability. Regression. Falling backwards suggests a reversal of progress or a subconscious desire to return to a less developed or earlier state.
Interesting. I hope that the next time you dream about a stool, you stay on it. You stay on it.
Thanks,
Yeah, I
buddy.
hope you stand
You're
up on
welcome.
that stool.
I hope you stand
Yeah.
up on it and you
It sounds like
proclaim,
I should go to
I will
therapy.
not fall off of it. Yeah. I mean, you can if you want to. It's healthy for
Yeah.
everybody.
Okay, so are you ready to tell us about your journey as a DJ?
Sure.
How did that start?
Like I said, I started watching DJs on Twitch and really I don't think I really even was like trying to do it, wanting to do it myself, but it was my friend Kobilax who I've mentioned. Like I loved going into his channel, and he used to have a song request thing and like trying to request a song that I thought fit the vibe, and like when people would be like, "Oh, this track's good," I'd be like, "Oh my god, this feels great." And then him being like, "You should try it out." And then him sending me, it's a little like pocket controller. It's probably like a little bit half the size of a regular size keyboard, and sent me some headphones, and I bought the software. And I have another friend who's my mod. His name's the Wicked Weasels, who's also a DJ, and started watching YouTube videos and having Wicked help me learn the basics, because there's quite a bit of a learning curve if you're just going into it blind.
Oh, yeah,
Um,
sure.
And then I did rent a controller for a little while to learn on a bigger controller, but started practicing, and then I would do it on and off when I had time, because life and work, and then I mostly focus on my gaming channel. But in the past year or so, I got a nice controller, like really spending time tightening up my transitions and getting better at it, and just accumulating music and learning more. There's always more to learn. It's such an interesting art form, because like when I started watching Kobilax, I was like, why do DJs wear headphones? Are they just listening to the music? They are, but they have headphones because they're listening to the next track, and they're lining up the next track to be able to like transition. And I didn't understand any of that. I was just like, this is fun. Starting from knowing nothing and being the idiot about it, and then locking down and learning more over the past year. And then I created a very nice DJ. Used to DJ on Averynicegal, but the Twitch created the DJ program specifically for DJs for the music licensing stuff.
Yeah.
So I ended up making a very nice DJ, and when I was looking up the username, I was like, please, fingers crossed, please have a very nice DJ. This would be perfect. And it was still available, and I was really excited. So I could keep my branding over on the DJ side of things. But I do sets there like once or twice a month, sort of a pop-up thing right now. I want to do it more regularly because I really do enjoy it, and it's something I want to grow, but I've been more focused on the gaming side of things.
When it comes to the DJing and you being so new and learning as you're going, I could not imagine putting myself out there to be perceived doing something that I'm still trying to learn and figure out. So
Oh, it's terrifying.
how
Thank
did
you.
you decide that's something that you wanted to do?
It took me a long time to feel comfortable enough to do it in front of people. Like I practiced for a long time before I was like, all right, I'm going to do it live. Because DJing itself is a lot of thinking. DJing itself and also having 10 people try to talk to you at once is a lot, and try to be entertaining. So it took me a while to get comfortable enough to want to do it in front of people. I did one DJ set as like a sub goal, and didn't quite know the basics yet. I didn't know how to beat match yet, but did one set and got the initial, oh, people are watching me do this out of the way. And I didn't touch it for a while until I had the idea to use the tiny controller that Kobilax had sent me, and I have these little hands, like the little hands.
The tiny hands that fit
Tiny
on your
hands?
finger?
Yes. which I was already using on my gaming channel to do Bean Boozled because I wanted to make it interesting. So I would do Bean Boozled, but I had these little hands with little arms and little sleeves and like opening the box, and it was obviously chaotic because it's really hard to do anything with sticks for hands. And I was like, what if I took the tiny controller and took the little hands, and I did that for a little while, and weirdly it made me get better at DJing because I had to slow down, and just like you have to slow down when you have sticks for hands and really learn how to beat match, which was a really weird way to get better at something using doll hands, but I think it actually did make me a better DJ. I haven't done that in a while, and I want to bring Tiny DJ back because they're a lot of fun.
No, that sounds like so much fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
When you put it as one of your sub goals, did you put it there as like I really hope we hit this, would be so dope to be able to do?
No, my
Holy
mom,
shit.
he was like, put it up there, do it. And I was like, I don't think I'm ready. And he was like, no, you're going to do it. And I'm like, okay, fine. I don't think I'll hit it. And then I did. And it was like, okay, I guess I got to do this now.
That's freaking awesome, dude.
But it did. I think I needed the kind of a kick in the butt to like just do it, because you're not going to be good at something when you first start. You just got to start doing stuff. I'm very perfectionist minded. So the initial doing it and not being great is like a challenge for me.
Yeah, my little brother is a DJ and
Cool.
his songs and stuff. Yeah, but he's very much stuck in that it has to be perfect before anybody can hear it. And I keep
It's
trying
tough.
to tell her, like, it's okay to be imperfect in the beginning. You just got to get
Right.
it out there. You got to get over that hump.
I think that's all creative pieces, right?
It really
Like
is,
everyone's
yeah.
always
Yeah.
afraid of because art's like something that comes from inside you, and so when you share that with someone, you're like, I don't know, sounded good to me. What do you think? And it's like a very personal thing.
It's vulnerable. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very vulnerable. Yeah.
I do think
How-
that I've never touched producing music. That's another ballpark. But I think just DJing itself gets me into a mindset of I'm just in the moment now. You just have to do it. And I think that part of it has been really healthy for me. I think I thrive when I'm just like forced to be in the moment. And you have to be. You're like juggling for 4 hours when you're DJing. You just gotta keep going. Oh, that transition wasn't the best, but you know what? You keep going, you get better, and yeah.
So how would you describe your sound as others hear it? What genres or instruments do you gravitate towards? Like, what do you want to create?
With music, I am definitely a house DJ. I love house music. That's most of my music collection right now. I love electronic music in general. I think that's where I want to stay with music. Who knows? But I love house music. I'm the most comfortable with house music because I know a lot of house music. I love drum and bass. I do want to branch out into other electronic genres, but I think house is home for me for sure.
If I opened your profile on SoundCloud right now,
Mhm.
is there a song that you would say, if you listen to absolutely nothing else, you have to check this one out?
I think my favorite one is I Want to Fall in Love Before This Mix Is Over.
I actually listened to I Want to Fall in Love Before This Mix Is Over, and it was dope. Like I had
Oh,
it
thank
playing
you.
while I was working. It was fire.
Thank you. Thank you. I was really pleased with that one. I like pick the songs, string them together, and then try to think of what vibe is this giving, what naming them is really fun for me. Like naming them, picking the artwork is really fun. Because I think when you're listening to a song, it's one thing to just listen to a sound file, but to look at a picture that I feel like encapsulates that mix gives it another like warm feeling to me.
Totally, dude. That's exactly that like line of thought is how we thought about like each of these episodes of Gamertagged is that the cover art on each one of them is different because they represent the digital identity we're talking to. And so 100% it gives you a different impression or vibe to like,
It does.
connect with it that way.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah. What are your goals though? You said you've been DJing for a little bit, but do you have any goals related to music? Do you want this to be a good time or like discovery? You want to grow that?
I have been trying to figure that out because I love my gaming channel and I love DJing and I only have so much time and I have a regular job too.
Yeah.
I would love to see the DJ account grow and have that be something that's not only fun but potentially making money doing that would be really cool.
Yeah.
As of right now, I don't have any specific goals. I just want to keep doing it. I'd love to do a show in front of real people at some point. I've only ever done it like on Twitch. And I think I said that during a set once. I was like, I want to do it in front of real people. And one of my viewers was like, we're real. And I was like, no, you're not. You're my computer. But I think that's a goal of mine, is to like DJ in front of a real crowd, because you can sense energy from chat, but having like real people in front of you reacting, and that would be really cool.
It's got to be harder to do it on Twitch for that exact reason. Because, like, at best, you can't feel the energy in the room. You can't feel the vibe in the room. But, like, you're vibing and you're hoping that people, like, are picking up what you're projecting.
Yeah.
But, like, in an environment, I think, if nothing else, like, doing it on Twitch is harder for that reason.
I think you're right. It's at least reading energy for sure.
Yeah.
You just have to do what you like and hope that other people like it too. You can get reactions of, oh, there's more dancing emotes now, they must like this, but you just have to trust yourself. But it's like that with comedy and streaming as well. You're not hearing people laugh. Did that joke land? I don't know. Someone put a lol in the chat, so I guess that one was funny. But with no like live audience, it really makes you trust yourself.
I'm curious with your DJing. So you said you started out doing it on Averynicegal, and then you decided to branch out and make it its own thing.
Yeah.
Why did you decide to do that? And do you think that you'll ever transition from the gaming into solely DJing? Is that the dream?
I created Averynice because Twitch was cracking down on copyright music, and they created the DJ program specifically for DJs to play copyrighted music without getting in trouble. I don't know if I want to do DJing solely. I'd like to imagine a universe where I can do both, but I guess we'll just see where life takes me. I love playing games and I love DJing, so I'd like to continue doing both of them.
You mentioned comedy just a few minutes ago. And I told you before the show that, like, I legit laughed out loud at your shorts. Like, I was looking at your Twitter and your TikTok, and you are freaking hilarious. So how did improv comedy come into your life? I'm super curious about that, because that's like your third hat you're wearing here in Creativityville.
Yeah, so I don't know exactly. I think I like, with gaming or whatever, just providing commentary with gaming and reacting to things in the moment is really fun. And I guess that's where the improv bug hit me. I love comedy in general.
I watched one of your VODs of the character, your dad, which is ridiculous. It's so freaking funny. So where did that character come from? What was the inspiration of your dad?
Okay, so here's the story of how that even became a thing. So I created a Throne account, right? You guys know what Throne is?
What is Throne?
No.
It's like you can create a wish list of items on like Amazon and stuff, and then people can buy it for you without knowing your address, basically. So they buy it, and then Throne is like a third party that ships it to you. So I added some stuff because someone asked me for my Throne, and I was like, I don't know what this is. So I just started adding stuff to it, like stuff I actually wanted to make to enhance my stream, make my stream better. And then I saw a bald cap, and I was like, I'm just gonna put this on here because I think this is stupid. And on Throne, you can put in like text underneath it, and I literally put in all caps, "Do not buy this." And the next stream, my mod, the Wicked Weasels, bought it for me.
Hell yeah. All right.
And it came in, and then I think the concept of that becoming dad, I took that idea and ran with it, and I was like, what if I just did a stream as him, and it became a joke on stream? I think, like, the details are fuzzy of how it actually became, how I did the first one. I think I was like, if we hit the sub goal,
the sub goals are changing your life.
They are. They do. They've also made me do some really weird things. But so yeah, I hit that sub goal and I did it. And the first stream, I was like, I'm gonna go get a tie from my dad's closet, and I'm gonna draw on a mustache and make my eyebrows really bushy and put some like brown eyeshadow under my eyes so it looks like I haven't slept very well. And
classic.
And so then it just became my sub goal every month.
Do you look forward to it?
I do, but they scare me because every time I'm so nervous because I don't know what I'm going to say. I have a very general outline of I'm going to just chatting for this amount of time.
You had an 8-hour stream of you playing Peak as your dad, and I thought
Yeah.
your dad ASMR was so freaking. You were like, "Hello, kids." It was
Dude,
freaking
he's been
hilarious, dude.
talking about the Your Dad ASMR for 3 days.
I'm glad you enjoyed it.
It was
That's funny.
ridiculous. It was so good.
On my normal streams, it's Avery SMR, and that was an idea that my mod had because my mic is very sensitive, and he was like, "You should make it a redeem where you have to do ASMR." And so then when I did the dad streams, I was like, "Well, it has to be dad ASMR now, right?" And it's always funny when dad does it because he always wants to yell, so then he ends up having to whisper yell at you.
You like tapped the can and you were like, "You hear? That's a cold beer right there." Like, so ridiculous.
And then I choked on it. I remember that. Yeah. Oh God, don't slurp a beer that close to the mic.
And who are you channeling when you're doing this character? Is it like one dad or is it all dads?
He is very loosely based on my dad.
Nice.
And my dad and like just dad stereotypes in general and like the idea of looking at marital relationships in a satirical kind of way.
Yeah, yeah.
But he is based on my dad. You do what I've never shown clips of it to my dad because I feel like he would think I'm making fun of him, but I'm not.
Oh,
It's really it comes from a place of love because the whole thing about dad, he's a very fully fleshed out character to me. I know exactly who he is in my head. He's a curmudgeon and he's grumpy, but he loves his kids and he wants to take care of them. He's a wholesome dude. He's just grumpy, and that's my dad.
The thumbnail you had was like you wearing like fishing sunglasses, and you had a power drill in your hand, like it was a pistol. It was ridiculous, dude. That was so funny. It is such a dad stereotype, 100%.
Yeah, I live near my parents, and my dad has a bajillion tools for all the stuff that he does.
Oh,
so
yeah.
what I do is go in there and pick 5 random things and then bring them back. And I don't think I did this last dad stream, but I'll do tool time with dad and just explain to you how to use the tool, but I like vaguely know how to use it, but or I just make something up.
you tell him you're taking his tools?
I do sometimes,
Okay.
because he'll get mad if I don't put them back, which is exactly what dad would do.
By the way, all dads explain tools the same way you just did, which is I think this is how it works. I don't know.
Just do it. I don't know, dude. I don't read directions. I just do it.
Move your hands around. Who knows? I think my favorite character you have though is the therapist, because like I was watching you playing simulation with a therapist, and I think I yelled "get therapy" like 8 times after you did it because it was just so funny. And my wife said, "What are you laughing at?" I was like, "This is freaking hilarious, dude." Because you were engaging with the character, and you're like, "Yeah, hey, dude, pay me for the full sesh, bro. See you later." And then you're like, "Therapy." Bye. It was hilarious.
No, that was fun. Those streams, I was gonna play that game, and I was like, you know what, I should dress up as therapist. This would make it funnier. It just happened in the moment, but yeah, that was a really fun game. It's only in demo mode. I want to play the full game. I hope it comes out.
Do those like when you're playing the therapy sim or the nightclub owner sim, and you're like dressed up and you're like really embodying them? Do you see that as a character, and do you think that they would show up in streams outside of their respective simulators?
The only real character I do is dad. I've thought about what else could I do, create another character or try something new. But as far as like the simulator games, when I'm like being a therapist or being the owner or whatever, it's just off the cuff. But with dad, like I know I could answer any question as him because I know exactly who he is in my head. And I think that makes it really fun.
What inspires you to like simulator whatever when you're like gonna, you know what, I'm just gonna play this and play a character outside of dad, because dad's like kind of maybe a separate thing. Like what inspires you to do those streams? Is it like yourself or the community, or?
I just think they're silly and fun.
Yeah, they're fun, right?
And yeah, and they're like my favorite kind of thing to just immerse myself in and have fun with it. They're not super skill based. They've got the story, like I can improv around whatever the dialogue is. Like it's just fun.
Do you have any goals for your improv? Would you want to take it to your neighborhood comedy club?
I went and saw an improv show in Austin, and I was like, this would be really fun. I think it would be fun to like actually take a class and explore it in the real world. Right now, I just want to keep growing my Very Nice Gal channel.
Hell yeah, dude. Keep jamming on it.
Yeah.
All right, so we talked about the 3 different sides of a Very Nice Gal, right? Gaming, DJing, improv. So wearing all those hats, how do they play together? Do you like consider them all one thing? Like they're just a representation of you, or are they like different separate parts of you?
I think they're all a part of me. Even like dad, there's me in there too.
Yeah.
And I think they're all just separate ways of expressing myself and showing that to people, which is still scary for all 3 of them. I get nervous still, but I love doing it and it's fun. And just being in the moment. I think that's what attracted me to streaming, live streaming, improv, DJing are all things you're doing it now and you're in front of people and you got to go like you're in the moment. And that's scary, but also like fun and attractive to me.
Yeah. You feel like you're pushing yourself in that way, like you're like
Yeah.
really, yeah, I get that.
I feel like I work well off the cuff.
With these very different but also somehow very similar sides of you and content that you create, do you find yourself learning lessons in one that you are applying to the others?
I keep learning the same lesson of just trust yourself. That's something that I struggle with is just trust yourself for it to be good or funny, or maybe it's not the best, but just trust yourself to do it and do your best. That's a big lesson I've learned from all of this.
I think that's like really great life advice, right? Which is you're going to do some stuff, you're going to learn some stuff. All you can really do is trust yourself.
You gotta get out there and you gotta put your bald cap on and get your mascara mustache and see what happens.
So when you're mixing it, let me ask you if you've ever thought about this. Like
Yeah.
when you're mixing, do you feel like that's partially improv? Do you have a plan in place for each set? Do you go in there with a set list and you're like, yep, I know what I'm going to do? Or do you feel like you like that trying to figure out what that next step is, that timing, that like how to place it?
My first set was completely planned because I was just like freaking out about it. And I was like, I have to plan every tiny little thing because I don't want to mess it up. And I was also still learning how to do it all. And I just wasn't even at a place where I could improv. But when I do sets now, I usually pick like the first 3 songs so that if people are coming in at the beginning, I know what I'm doing and I'm not like scrambling. And then after that, it's just, I don't know, figure it out. If I record like a mix on SoundCloud, for the most part, I will plan those so they really sound like solid.
It sounds like you at the very least are planning like what's going to get you to the momentum to have that energy to keep it going. And then once you get that momentum, you let your instincts take over.
You just let it go. And what's weird is, at least for me, you do an hour and then you hit this point where it's just like you're in like a flow state. And it's just this song, grab this song, do this. And it's a really cool place to be creatively that I have not gotten from any other medium. But you're just in it and it's magical.
That's awesome. When we were talking to you at the very beginning of our conversation, asking you to describe like your younger self before you became this content creator, before you really had this digital identity, and you were talking about how shy you were and how you were just that you just wanted to paint and you just wanted to be in the art room, you just wanted to observe what was going on around you and not be immediately part of it.
If my little weirdo high school self could see me now, they'd be like, what? You do what on the internet?
You do what?
You put a ball cap on and what?
But do you feel like do you feel like you're honoring the quiet parts of her, putting yourself out there like this? Do you feel like maybe that's something that she wanted to do all along and now you're actually doing it?
I think so, for sure.
Yeah.
I think my whole life I wanted to be like seen and liked. I think everybody wants to be liked, but just never really had the confidence to put myself out there and really go for it. The streaming, this whole journey has been very cathartic for me. Like, I'm much more confident than I was 4 or 5 years ago. I know myself so much better. I think little me would be very proud of the fact that I can do stuff like this in front of people and enjoy it and feel good at it, I think she'd be proud of me.
I would too.
Yeah, I do too. I think it's so cool that like you've put yourself into positions that made you uncomfortable to learn new parts about yourself. Like that's beautiful.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you mentioned like that streaming and trying all of these different things and finding the things that you really love, enjoy, and want to share with people has made you feel more confident. Are there other ways that you think that it has changed you?
It's definitely made me more fearless. I'm willing to like try stuff on stream and trust myself to go off on a random bit or something because I think it's funny and I'm like, I'm gonna do it. Whereas 2 years ago I'd be like, I don't know, is it gonna be good? So like more fearless, more confidence. Just it's been really good for me. I don't know. I'm very grateful for what it's shown me and the community that I have and how they've supported me too. That's been an amazing journey. I have people from that I met on Twitch that like didn't know me, didn't know what I looked like, and supported me at that point. And now it's 3 years later, and they're still there, and it's so cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Looking at all the things on the outside, like of a very nice gal, I think I've really enjoyed just like talking to you and getting to know you and understanding that a very nice gal taught you a lot of things about yourself. Because
For
we
sure.
we use these digital identities to, I don't know, be the thing we want to be and like learn the things we want to learn in ways that we can't or don't know how in real
Mhm.
life. And I think that's really cool, man. All right, so are you ready to do some imagining with us? A very
I
nice gal?
guess so. I guess so.
Imagining. Okay. So we're going to imagine a very nice gal, your digital
Okay.
persona. Will you set the scene for us? So a very nice gal enters the frame. If you
Okay.
imagine what a very nice gal looks like, how would you describe it?
Just like physically?
The vibe, the like what she's wearing, what's the environment around her, like
Okay. She has a mop of curly hair, and she is wearing something comfortable and holding some sort of prop because I love props.
What?
I
A
have like
mustache? A stick-on mustache?
a drill. They're sitting right next to me right now.
Oh, a drill.
I've got a drill. I've got 2 vintage telephones. I've got a pan flute, a scientific calculator, various hats, sunglasses. I do love a good prop.
Is there anything that like if we just put it on screen, your
Mhm.
community would immediately know like that's a very nice gal?
Why am I like drawing complete blank of who I am right now?
it's a hard question
That's
that we kind
okay.
of just
That's
dropped on
okay.
you.
Let's
It's
talk
okay.
about colors. Yeah, let's
Yeah.
just talk
Been a
about
long
colors,
day.
man.
I like pink.
Yes, girl.
And I know I used to hate pink, and I fall in love with
Me
it the older I've
too.
gotten.
Arts
Yeah.
Maple loves pink.
I'm
Like
obsessed with it. It's actually a problem, but I can't
Oh,
stop leaning into it.
there's nothing wrong with that. Enjoy your pink, girl.
No, there's so
Enjoy it
much
all.
pink.
what's your favorite color of pink? If you had to, there's multitudes of different shades of pink.
Yeah, personally, I like a pale pink, but the pink that I use on my channel is closer to Martha's pink here on Discord. But not a hot pink, but not super muted either. Somewhere in the middle. I mean, my brand colors are on my Twitch. I have color bars. I love vintage technology, so my colors are sort of the screen that comes up when the TV goes wonky.
What kind of a space are we in? You said you like horror stuff. You enjoy doing that. You're
We're in a
also
long hallway with lots of sconces. My viewers will know that. My viewers will get that.
Okay. Okay.
I have a sconce alert redeem when I play horror games because me and my best friend figured out that no matter what horror game you play, there will be a long hallway or a hallway with some sort of sconce like lighting fixture.
Mm.
And so when someone spots it, they can redeem it. I also have a sconce emote and a sconce channel in my Discord. So we're very proud
That's
of that.
awesome. You must play a lot of horror.
A lot.
That's freaking cool, man. I've never vibed on horror games. Or scary movies. I can't do either one. So mad respect for you.
Thank you. There's something about it that's just funny to me and fun. I don't know.
Because do you feel like it's because it's trying so hard and you're like, yeah, dude, okay, scary.
Yeah, like a lot of them are just like ridiculous.
Yeah.
There's some that are like gross, but most of them are just like just they're just silly to me. And of course, yes, I do get jump scared. If something jumps out, I will get spooked, and I've redeems that make sounds go off, and that will scare me. But the game itself it's just fun and silly to me.
All right, a very nice gal. We've talked about your beginnings. We've talked about your entry into content creation. Are you ready to turn your digital identity into a trading card so that our listeners can see what you see in yourself?
Yeah. Yes. Let's do it.
Well, we're going to play a game called Reroll. So on the Gamertag podcast, we play Reroll. And how this works throughout the podcast, we've been taking notes as you've been talking and describing different elements of your life, your journey, your style, your vibe. And so we've documented all those things. And we'll share the screen with you so you can see everything we've captured about you. And we'll read those things off to you. And then we will take all of that and put it into a bot. And we'll do our first reroll. That is Martha and my notes from this conversation.
Okay.
After that, the bot will generate a picture of a very nice gal. From there, you have 2 rerolls, and they're optional. And you can choose to change anything you want about the picture.
Okay. Got
And
it.
after that, it'll generate an image of a very nice gal, a title, and a description. You ready for me to show you what we've captured about you?
Yes.
Sweet. Okay. So, key personality traits. You are a former shy kid turned into a fearless creator. You love acrylic painting. You're very nice in all caps. You're always looking for the humor. You're creative as hell, and you love feeling the laughter and people connecting to your creations. Preferred roles in gameplay. You're an observer. You're a creative DJ. You're a cosplayer. You're an energy reader, and you're always learning. In your favorite genres and worlds, you love RuneScape. You love horror games, Heavy Rain, you mentioned, spooky games, and you love house music and EDM.
Yeah.
In your signature style and vibe, you're an artistic, hilarious lady who loves story-based, choice-driven games, electric DJ, improv comedian, power tools nearby, loves props, vintage technology, evolution of a quiet, shy kid into a fun creator.
Cool.
And for your visual inspiration, you said you described this yourself: a mop of curly hair, wearing something comfortable, and holding an antiquated telephone. Loves pink, and we got your hex code of the pink color. A long hallway with lots of sconces, gold stars, 2 cats, hates math.
I'm curious how the hates math is going to come into this.
Can't wait
Who
to see
knows?
that.
Who knows?
Also, I would like to think that I am an improved comedian, but I think it's
Look, spelling is hard, okay? Spelling is very hard.
It's okay.
I hate spelling like you hate math.
You know
You
what?
are
I respect
improving
that.
comedy, though.
By spelling
One,
improv
your dad.
correctly.
So this is what we captured about you. What do you think? Is this do you feel like we captured what represents a very nice gal?
I like it. I like it. I think I like watercolor painting more than acrylic painting.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's adjust this.
I would love to see some of your art pieces if you ever felt like dropping it in the chat.
I can dig up. I really haven't painted in such a long time, but when I was painting, watercolor was definitely my favorite.
Our goal is to make you feel seen, right? So that's what we hope. Like coming out of Reroll, that's what we want to is like trying this. We're asking and to create something that represents, an image that makes you feel seen. So we have no idea what this will do. It could be crazy. So you want to roll and see what happens?
I do. I love feeling like people enjoying my content and connecting with what I'm creating, and also feeling like inspiring someone else to try something new and put themselves out there.
Hell yeah. So let's include that in your key personality traits. Inspiring someone else to put themselves out there and try something new.
Yeah. I like it.
All right. Well, let's see what the first image looks like.
Okay, here we go.
There's the curly
floating.
hair.
So for
Very
our
pink.
listeners, we captured the pink, right? So she's
Mhm.
she's mixing on a pink table. She's holding her
Mhm.
antiquated phone, has her power drill nearby, her cat's nearby, her mop of curly hair, and all of the sconces down this long hallway.
I
And
love
the gold
sconces.
stars.
And the
And the
gold
gold
star.
stars.
I like
I
how
love
one of them turned into an earring.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
that. I really love the sconces and the gold stars. The cats don't really look like my kitties. Well, actually, the orange one kind of looks like Goose because he's an orange tabby. And my hair's a little bit longer, but it's very cute. I love all the pink.
Well, this is your first reroll, and we can change
Okay.
anything you want about this picture. Fair warning, we have no idea what it will do. As Rhinoceros says, it's usually like a genie. You ask it for one thing, and then it
Yeah.
delivers something else. But that's what it's all about. So you get
Okay.
2 more changes. We can tweak anything you want to do.
I would like the black cat to look like a tortoiseshell cat. I try and do Frankie justice. And then I wish my hair was longer. Like shoulder length.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna write this prompt, and then we'll all agree on it before we hit the button. Okay.
And yeah. The DJ controller makes no sense, but asking AI to make an accurate DJ controller is probably going to be impossible. So
Look legit to me.
I like how happy the orange cat looks and how pissed off the black cat
it's
is,
very
by
that's
the
very
way.
accurate because Goose
Is
is a
it?
silly little goober and he's like a joyful little bundle of cuteness, and Frankie's like, don't sing, do not pet me too much. He's a sassy little diva. So I love the expressions of the cats.
Okay, so the prompt says, I love everything about this picture, all caps. Could you change the black cat to a diluted tortie? Please
Mhm.
make the
Woman's
woman's
Yeah.
hair shoulder length. Please make the DJ controller have 2 jog wheels. Please keep everything else the same about this picture.
I think that's good.
Okay. Are we all agreed this is gonna make magic?
Yes.
Well, a very nice gal. This is your second reroll.
Here we go.
I like that the hallway is the
Alright.
same.
Oh,
Okay.
where'd Goose go?
There goes Goose.
He's
Under
just a
the table.
tail. I wish Goose was still there. Frankie looks better. She looks happier.
And we got 2 wheels in the
We did get
second
2
reroll.
It
wheels.
looks like she's
Yes.
plotting.
She's putting on a face and she's ready to walk on my DJ controller, which she likes to do while I'm streaming. And I'm like, get off. Okay. I wish
Okay.
Goose was back.
Well, we can make a deal. We can try anything for
Okay.
your third reroll. And if you totally hate it and this feels like a better representation of you, we could keep this one.
So if we do another one, I'm not like locked into whatever it is. We can.
I mean, that was how the game's supposed to be played, but our real goal is to make sure you're seen. Because you could
Okay.
literally prompt AI for like 20 years and hope that it works, you know? So
Yeah. Okay.
whatever you want to try to do, we can try to do.
Okay. Let's try to.
Is it really the cat? Is it really the cat is what you want to solve?
Yeah, and I wish my hair was curlier.
Okay, so our prompt is, please keep everything in the scene the same about this picture. In all caps, I love it all. Can you please place the yellow cat back in the picture? I would like the hair on the woman be this curly, but the length of this current picture. But to be shoulder length.
Say to remain shoulder length.
Okay, to be as curly as the
curly.
included picture.
And remain shoulder length. I think that's good.
Okay,
I like a very nice gal.
I do too.
Me?
She's super cool.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. I like you guys too.
All right, this could probably work. I think it could happen. And
We're gonna
end up.
find out.
Are you ready to do your third reroll? Cross your
No!
fingers. Okay.
Back.
All right. Here we
Proverbial
go.
dice. Let's go. We've got goose. We've got sconces. We've got stars. Tools. 2 jog wheels. And I'm not mad at the hair.
All
All
right,
right.
cool. Yes, we did
Thank you.
Okay.
Look how happy Goose is. He's such a happy little
He's
boy.
so happy.
it.
And
Thinking
Frankie's
about-
staring into the abyss, as she does.
Frankie's just like, I was summoned.
Yeah. I was Goose for a
Martha,
minute. It was traumatizing.
Martha, could you describe this picture of the final reroll for our listeners?
Okay, so we have a long pink and starry hallway with sconces on both sides going all the way down. We've got a very nice gal. She's on the phone and she's so happy because she's DJing with 2 jog wheels. I know what those are. Do you? And she is surrounded by both of her cats, Goose and Frankie, and all of your dad's tools.
Hell yeah. Your title is Laugh Lines and Bass Drops. The
Ooh.
curly-haired Joy Bomb spins beats with vintage charm, flanked by 2 cats and tools and a glowing hallway of stars. Let's go.
I love it. That's cute.
Cool, man. Well, do you feel seen by that picture?
I do. It's funny I play a lot of horror games and it's so joyful and like
So bright.
pink and happy. But I mean that's I think that shows me more than it being like dark and scary. I love it. It's very cute.
Hell yeah.
Well, I mean, you did say when you play those horror games, you are looking to find the humor in them.
Exactly. Yeah. I think it's
Right? You're trying to find
kind of
the light.
capturing that. Yeah. The sconce, if you will. Ah.
Ah. You built a world where music, comedy, and games all collide. So if someone finds your streams years from now, long after your dad and the jokes and the house sets, what do you hope they feel the first time they find your content?
I hope they feel joyful and have a good laugh and a fun spirited atmosphere and safe and comfortable to be yourself.
That's awesome, dude.
So much fun.
It's been super cool. Like you have so many elements to your personality and like so many things that you're exploring. It's been really fun. But with all of those things that you're exploring, I'm curious what's up next for you.
Well, more weird games to stream. I'm excited to play some more simulator games, been digging into that. I hope to add on to my current stream schedule and do more DJ sets and grow there and share my music and just keep being silly because it's fun.
What's Dad cooking up?
Well, I've been exploring Dad playing games. So he played Peak, but maybe trying to play more games as him. I think is really fun. I usually do like we go on a drive, and so I'll find a video of a major city and pretend to drive around and yell at pedestrians. Maybe go camping.
Yeah. Big adventures for your dad.
Yeah.
Well, at the end of this show, what we love to do is we love to give the floor to our guests. So, whatever you want to say to your audience or to anyone listening to this podcast, the floor is yours. A very nice gal.
Okay, well, I want to say thank you to Gamertagged for having me on. This was a blast, and I've never been on a podcast, so this was a very exciting experience. Thank y'all for having me. I want to say thank you to Moonmoo for recommending me, another great streamer. So cool to have this opportunity to talk to y'all. Big shout out to Kobe Lax, who got me started in streaming, and I owe a lot to him, and I just want to give him a big shout out. And my mod, the Wicked Weasels, for putting up with me, and to my community for supporting me and being amazing. If you want to catch a stream of mine, my normal schedule on Averynicegal is Thursday, Friday, 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, and you can follow me on socials.
And if you haven't checked her out, you really should check her out on socials. I'm no joke, is freaking hilarious and super fun.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. And I think it's so awesome that like you give shout outs to the people like that got you started. And we super enjoyed hanging out with you, a very nice gal, and like just getting to know you and just getting to like learn more about you. So thank you for coming on and thank you for sharing yourself and thank you for taking the time to hang out with us tonight.
I have
Yes,
one
thank you
very
again.
last request.
Oh, okay.
Can you plug your SoundCloud?
If you want to listen to my pre-recorded music mixes, you can look up A Very Nice DJ or Averynicegal music on SoundCloud.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
It's been really cool listening to you tell your story, and I'm still just like so stuck on you evolving from that shy kid that just kept to herself to now you're doing all these super rad things.
Well, thank you. And it's been an amazing journey, and I hope to keep doing it for a while.
Well, that's going to do it for this episode of Gamertagged. Thank you all for joining us tonight. And we'll see you later. Everybody say bye.
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 Transmission ending. Goodbye.